Okay, welcome. This is the brother Lamadia, giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Wakar Kwadash. Give a double honors to those apostles of Great Millstone, and blessings to the sincere believers of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. So now what we seen on the screen is a petition for a national walkout on November 10th for the people that are opposed to this mandate. And as you see, people are starting to lose it, and pretty soon it's gonna be anarchy out here. But GMS, we've been speaking of these times and these events for a long time because it's prophesied in the scriptures, and we've been warning. So what we're gonna do is cover 2nd Ezra 15 again, particular the 16th verse on down, and we're gonna touch on a few things. Most of all is the word sedition. So reading 2nd Ezra 15, beginning at the verse 15, it reads, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people should stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands." Now the swords is referencing toward weapons. So in other words, people gonna be walking around armed with pistols, armed with knives, whatever they can get their hands on. People gonna be carrying weapons. That's what it means, with swords in their hands. Verse 16, "For there shall be sedition among men." And that's what we see right now, sedition. Like when you see a petition for a national walkout, that's considered to be a sedition. So it says, "For there should be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor prince. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power." So the kings and the prince is referencing toward the leaders, whether it be the president, prime minister, the governor, the mayor. They're going to disregard anything that is told to them. Because right now the people are fed up, and more people are realizing that the government is full of shit and that they always lying. So now this is what sedition mean based off Esau's Law or Law Dictionary. I went to Cornell.education or edu, and it reads, "For sedition, if two or more persons in any state or territory or in any place subject to the jurisdiction of the United States conspire to overthrow, put down, or to destroy by force the government of the United States, or to levy war against them, or to oppose by force the authority thereof, or by force to prevent, hinder, or delay the execution of any law of the United States, or by force seize, take, or possess any property, or possess any property of the United States contrary to the authority thereof, they shall each be fined under this title or in prison not more than 20 years or both. So, in other words, anything that oppose what the government trying to do, whether you put in those videos, protesting, that anything that disrupt Esau's government, Esau views that as sedition and could lead up to imprisonment or fines according to his law. And that's what we're seeing right now. A national walkout. Okay. And things going to heat up even more with the injection of the kids. Because now they trying to push it on the little ones now from 5 on up. Or 8, or rather I should say age 5 on up. So going back to 2nd Esdras, it says, for there should be sedition amongst men. So that's a uprising against the authority. People are protesting all over America, and protests turn to riots. And it says, for there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Now, here's what course of action mean according to the Oxford Dictionary. And it reads, a procedure adopted to deal with a situation because the government way is not working. So, in turn, they adopting new ways. That's why they out there protesting. And they doing what they want to do to resolve the circumstance. And it's going to lead to more violent ways. Now, going back to 2nd Esdras 15, I'm going to read on to, I'm going to read 16 again. For there should be sedition amongst men and invading one another. I mean, that's looting. They should not regard their kings nor their prince, and the course of their action should stand in their power. A man should desire to go into a city and should not be able. Those are more restrictions. And we see that happening right now. People not being able to leave to one city to another city, but it's going to escalate. So it says, for because of their pride, the city should be troubled, and the houses should be destroyed, and men should be afraid. A man should have no pity upon his neighbor, but should destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because the lack of bread and great tribulation. And ain't that happening right now with the pending lack of bread or the pending famine? That's why they've been warning the people about a famine, because the world supply chain is on pause, and there's nothing coming into the stores right now. So everything is right now in low supply or very low supply. But when it gets real bad, people are just going to start looting, breaking into other people's homes to make up for the food shortages. Because if they have food, clean water in their homes, what do you think people are going to do? They're going to break inside and take it. So with that, I'm going to close. And Lord willing, this video been edifying. Until next time. And I'm going to say again, all praises and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakak Wadash. Shalom.